I still consider me completely me, but then I also consider him as a person, but kind of like my person that obviously no one else can see or hear. So I call the voice VOR, which is voice of reason. He started when I was about 18. It would start off with just randomly saying my name, literally like Meg. And then it moved on to the suicide stuff, so you need to kill yourself. I could sometimes have an hour of really intense, well, essentially it's like die, die, die. Or it can just be throughout the day of a random remark or comment. Or sometimes it can just be day after day of relentless input that I just don't need sometimes. It's like having a critic in your head. It's like having this personalized, horrible critic of saying the complete opposite to everything else around you. It wears you down after a while as well sometimes. Like I go through stages of being like ignoring, getting on with stuff. And then some days it's like curled up in a ball, just wishing for it all to stop. The other way I look at VOR as well is as a protector. Protector in the sense of my past being rocky and horrible and not nice things happen to me. Like an over protector. By telling me not to eat that food or go talk to that person is essentially protecting me for danger. It's just obviously he doesn't realise there's no danger talking to that person or eating that plate of chips or whatever. When you're in meetings with doctors and they're like, he's not real, he's not real. But he does, he feels real. Why would I not say that he's real? Because I can hear him. And then you get the whole, you're delusional, you're this, you need more medication, I'm going to up your dose. And it's like, no, leave me alone, that's just what I believe. The whole issue as well with me to even get started on the medication is by him saying they're poisoning you. And it's like, that's really hard for me to overcome because they're literally putting tablets in a pot and I don't know what they are. When I start taking meds, I'm in tears. It's honestly, I can't, it's so hard to bring myself to do it because I hate the feeling of being sedated. I feel like I can't protect myself. I wanted to be able to work with whatever was out there, therapy, groups, and to get to a point where I can co-live with this. Get back to what I was doing, you know, back to work and maybe back into education and still be able to do stuff without relying on a tablet. The outside world doesn't seem as daunting, as threatening, as suspicious, and I kind of want to get out there, really, to be honest, into it. Maybe create my own chaos in the chaos. And, you know, there is actually quite a few people out there, like professional people, that hear voices, and it's like, okay, cool. I'm gonna try and get there.